No, mama did that. That's crazy.
Where she at? In Atlanta, Buffalo, Texas?
She everywhere.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Cause I'm trying to figure out, like, did the argument start in the house down the street? Because it seemed like they in the projects now.
They in the projects, that's a fact.
Yeah.
He went to go get the iron.
Yeah, and then I see him go in and come out, but the dude outside ain't never give up nothing.
This pocket on the right here, right? And you would think he's probably reaching for the keys, reaching for the wallet. No, he reaching for it.
You know what's so funny about that video? Where it was a situation like that.
And I looked him dead in the eye and I said,
Giggity, 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 giggity.
That was more or less just fucked up right there.
Oh, so it can't been like that. So that wasn't a pipe.
No, I don't think it was a pipe.
So when I was 9, I was brutally molested by a guy.
You can't say brutally.
Why?
Because that's a curveball.
That's a deuce dime, deuce spade. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I see
5, 6. I see 2 kings. That's 6. I'm gonna go 7.
That's what I just had up, man. We good, man. Y'all can do suggestions. We'll figure it out.
Exactly. You know, we take some good suggestions, man, and see what's going on. Common sense ain't common, so most definitely bring your common and your sense.
Yo, Mooch. Appreciate you, bro.
You already know.
Love you, fam.
See you, baby.
Real talk, I rhyme with gauges and hennies on the side of me. I flow with angels, but devils all inside of me. I'm filled up with anger, these niggas shouldn't started me. So I get his wig spun like a check fee. You wanna play animal, okay, turn beast. And you gon' see the slaughterhouse when it's chopping beef. You need a life change, don't turn the leaf. Before you fuck around a snooze and get eternal sleep. I'm a different breed, these niggas couldn't never be. I'm in the skyline, these niggas in the street. Fly like a grown motherfucking magazine. Brace yourself and pay yourself for this tragedy. Laugh at me, but all them shells laugh back. So damn funny, it's like you had a heart attack. Been about money, respect is all I really ask. Sleep in car, but wave like a yellow cab. My niggas stay in the bank just like a money bag. You niggas play in the paint, seconds all you have. Before I play with the waist, get the pulling mags. Put it straight in your face as if you in that bag. I'm off the deep end, the sharks say I play with death. I used to go catch a lick when y'all was playing catch.
But I couldn't get caught, cause the homie said the moose looked at night at King Park. And I got into a squad, got caught, and went to jail. Straight to the county with no motherfucking bail. 4800 with this crippin'.
Hey, man.
My big homie boy Blue
That's that Snoopy motherfucking game shit, man. That's that old throwback shit, man. You know what I mean? That's that game banging 101 right there, man.
Yeah, that's that shit.
You already know, man. This is Common Sense. It's not common. The podcast, man. I am Rittens, man. I'm in here with my boy. You already know.
Mooch Gilly, no doubt about it. Buffalo, New York, in the building. This how we giving it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So shit. Y'all already know we try to keep the topics lit and shit. So we got a little something tonight for all the gangsters, all the G's. You know what I'm saying? All my niggas who been in the streets and shit, did shit. You know what I mean? And we got a little question for all my niggas who been out there in the streets and OGs now. So now as an OG, do you feel the street life and the way you came up was worth it? That's what we want to know. We want to know, do you feel like the shit you did coming up, was it worth it now as an OG? What you feel about that, Gilly?
Well, I mean, you know, it's so many different ways that this can go ahead and go, you know what I'm saying? But for myself, you know, it's like I'm about to go ahead and be 48, you know what I'm saying? I'm 47, so I've been doing this shit for a long time. I'm on federal probation for 5 years. Just came home from a 9-year bid from the feds. You know what I mean? So it's like, did I win or did I lose? You know what I'm saying? As far as out there doing what I was doing or whatever. And I guess it's kind of, you got to kind of look at it as in, what do you consider a loss or what do you consider a win? You know, everything we go through in life makes us who we are, but it's like, Man,
I ain't gonna go deep into the situation right off a jump, but I know you know what I'm saying? I know you as a person, as a father, and I know you as a just, you know what I'm saying, an athlete and everything you did in life. And I know in your past you had a lot of opportunities, like in the NFL, you had that opportunity. You was an excellent drawer, you actually had trades and stuff. Do you feel like, yeah, I mean, right now as an OG, maybe you should have followed that route. Because if I'm not mistaken, you could have been right out of high school to Pittsburgh Steelers. So, with that being said, do you feel like you made some wrong decisions now that you're a grown man?
of course, you know what I'm saying. Of course, you know what I'm saying. I sit with a lot of regrets. I could have went a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying. With life, it is like the shit wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying. And that's just me. I'm leaving it on the eye how I feel about it. It really, none of it was worth it. You know what I'm saying.
Where you at right now though? Would you change it? Would you make any changes if you could go back? Would you make a change in your life, or do you feel like where you've been made you who you are? You rather be where you at?
No, but that's why I said it's so difficult because like if I would have made a change earlier, then I wouldn't have the kids that I have. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be with the woman that I'm with now. So to go ahead and say, yeah, we don't know what that outcome would have been.
All right.
But hell yeah, nobody want to sit in no motherfucking prison cell and do all that shit right there. So of course you want to go ahead and take that back. You know what I'm saying? But you can't really pick and choose. So I mean, I would have liked to have changed some things,
I
me
think about it,
personally.
man. I think about it and I look back at, you know what I'm saying? I had a little trip to college, you know what I'm saying, on a little wrestling
Yeah, your
scholarship.
wrestling joint.
I
Yeah.
had I had things I could have did, you know what I'm saying, but instead I went out there in the streets, caught a few charges, gun felony, you know what I'm saying, fucked up my life. At this point in Georgia where I live now, most apartments won't even let you get an apartment unless the charge been 25 years old. So that shit is
Wow.
crazy. So I do
I didn't know
regret
they was
that.
doing it like that.
Yeah, so I regret shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially at one point being a single father, raising my child, you know, trying to find places to live and shit. So I had to do other criminal shit to get where I needed to be in life. So I don't know. I feel like I would change a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I definitely would have finished school and, you know what I'm saying, try to do something in that aspect. So that's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? It was more than doing what I did. I did make some money, but right now I don't got that money. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what I'm
like
at.
I said, man, I go ahead. I've kind of feel the same way. You know what I mean? It's like it was kind of like all for nothing. You know what I mean?
All right.
At the end of the day, it's
All
like
right,
I
man.
am who I am, but I think I would have been who I was anyway. Either way, it would have went. But
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying? As far as
You would have
losing
been you,
friends,
but your experience might be a little shorter. You probably wouldn't know once you bought your 3.5 that a nigga only gave you 3 grams. You know
yeah, I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah,
Because that
I would
comes
be
with what you
a
learn.
little bit more green. You know what I'm saying? To as far as the street life or whatever the case may be, but if you're doing the right thing, you really ain't dealing with the street life. That's why motherfuckers in gangs they call you a civilian because you don't know what's going on. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And you kind of to the side when things go ahead and happen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no banger or nothing, but if you in the streets, a motherfucker or a gang don't care whether you a gang member or not. You in the street, that is a gang. You know what I'm saying? That's an affiliation. If you
Really,
affiliated
you
with the
just gotta make
concrete,
money. You just gotta make money to be in that type affiliation.
yeah, basically. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. That's a hell of a question, though.
Yo,
That's that.
me and you, we gonna keep touching bases on this. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep touching bases on this throughout the show. We got a lot of people backstage, people back popping in, popping out, people trying to get their word in. So before we start pulling people on stage so they could get their point across or how they feel about the topic tonight, anybody you want to shout out, any businesses or whatever you got going, Mooch?
Hey, well, hold on. Before I go ahead and give a shout out to some businesses and sponsors, I want to go ahead and say rest in peace and happy G Day to my man Big MADJID Albert Buffalo. You know what I mean? That's what it is. my homie,
Facts.
my brother. You know what I mean? Most definitely gonna
Facts.
pour it up and not pour it out for him. I know how he want me to go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Most definitely a tragedy, big loss to a lot of
Facts.
people, not just myself. So I want to go ahead and say that first. I miss you, my nigga. Um, but as
Definitely.
far as that, yeah, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to PRE. You know what I'm saying? Which is a business here in North Carolina, Phoenix Rising Events. They do car shows, birthdays, baby showers. You know what I'm saying? Very good planning business. You know what I'm saying? And another one, which I got right here at the back, if y'all can go ahead and see it, you know what I'm saying? Where else? That's that Buffalo, that 716 food down here in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Roxborough, Durham, Person County, you know what I mean? You can go ahead and find us, you know, them good old steak sub, chopped burgers, chicken fingers, yours truly. So we want to go ahead and shout that out. Appreciate it. Back to written.
So what we're gonna do right now, man, we're gonna bring some people onto the stage, man. There's a lot of people backstage. I see everybody, man. I'm about to start bringing y'all in. Y'all know the topic, man. We're gonna get right into it. So right now we got somebody from Atlanta, Atlanta's own Manning, Zone 6 Fresh. This is my dog right here. He a OG, chain gang. You know what I'm saying? Day his time he came out. He been around the game. He doing big shit right now. So we're gonna let him jump in the conversation right now. And yeah, I mean, see what he talking about.
All
What
right.
it
What up?
what it
What
do,
up,
y'all?
man?
All
What
right,
going
big
What's
man.
up,
What
my
up,
nigga?
though?
what going on with y'all? Y'all niggas all right?
Yeah,
Shit,
good. We
yes,
good,
sir.
man. You already know, man. We living. We alive. You feel me?
Nah,
Let
for
the
shit
people know
show.
who you is, bro. Here, let them know who you is. What you doing out here?
All right. Well, you know me. Well, Lo know me. I've been around Lo since I've been young. And before I even start, I want to say this: the most gangster thing I ever seen Lo do was this. Probably been close to 20 years ago, almost. And Lil Ant was young. Lil Ant was probably still wearing diapers, to keep it real. And I probably had only known, yeah, I probably only knew Loaf for probably about like a year at that point, and I ain't seen him in probably about maybe like a couple of weeks. And I bumped into him at the train station. He was on the other side going westbound, I'm going eastbound, and he had his little man. And from that point on, I knew home was the real one. And
All
then
day.
now, in retrospect, like looking at it now, and seeing, you know how big little Ant done got, and knowing that you just been a great father, you really motivated me to make sure I stayed in my kids' life no matter what. So
Salute,
That's
my
what's
nigga.
up.
for sure,
Appreciate that. Salute, my nigga. And definitely, I raised mine from the womb, like all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Did
for
that
sure,
shit dolo. Like, man, it helped me do that. He babysitted a few times, you know what I'm saying?
for
He
sure.
That's
changed a
what's
few
up.
diapers for me and shit. But my son's 6'4" right now. He weigh more than me. He a big boy right now.
He
Straight
bigger than
soldier.
he bigger than all of us down there.
Straight
Yeah, yeah,
soldier,
yeah.
man.
Most definitely take a village. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely big salute. You
I
already know. I
appreciate
know.
that shit. I
Oh yeah, now
appreciate that shit, man.
I appreciate you, nigga. So I'm gonna just jump into it. It don't really matter too much about who I am or what I do, but I do got an opinion on what y'all talking about. uh I believe in duality for one. You get me? So like, one thing could be the truth and a lie. So do I feel like living in the streets and prison life and just thug life in general? I actually appreciate that shit, bro, cause I wouldn't be alive without it right now. Just to keep it real. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. That's
I
how
don't
some people feel.
glorify it. Yeah, I don't glorify the shit, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now. I agree with what Mucho said. I wouldn't even have the same kids I got right now if it wasn't for the streets.
So
Or
do you feel like you would have made any changes though when you was young, like coming up now? Did you have any opportunities? Because I know you went away for a while. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
nah, man, to keep it real, bro, I barely passed high school. Every college that I tried to do was all a gimmick and a fluke. To keep it real, just to try to make somebody else happy, try to make my mama happy, and I just couldn't. I was addicted to the street. I could. It didn't matter. Then nothing else mattered at that point in life. Now, would I change the way I thought? Like, yeah, when I was younger and stuff, but I wouldn't change anything. I went to prison and changed my life. I read thousands of books. I had a chance to sit down, strategize, and plot while all my homies was getting killed or coming to visit me in prison type shit. So I feel like I needed that. And Loda known me since I've been a young one, so I was wild. He called me maniac. I needed to sit down for a second.
That boy was on that dude.
Yeah, now
That
see
nigga
now
right
that
here, man. We got
I
stories
can
for
also
days,
go
man.
ahead and agree with that too, because for some of us, you know what I'm saying, it ain't that we got to look at it as if you wasn't arrested, you was rescued.
For
You
sure.
had that time to sit down and think and see shit for really what it was in order to go ahead and get your shit together. You know what I mean? Because I ain't had my shit together to this last bit. This
Yeah.
last one really showed me, the Fed bit is what showed me, you know what I'm saying, that this ain't the way to go and this ain't it. But I'm already 40 at the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it took me longer for the transition. So for anybody that's younger and can get their mind right and transition is good, because our environment can become stronger than your will.
Mm-hmm.
You have to conform to what's around you. So I understand exactly what he talking about. You either gonna be the predator or you gonna be prey. It's only two
Exactly.
ways you're gonna go ahead and be. You gonna be him or you gonna be them. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on which way you want to take it. You feel me? So I
Right.
most definitely understand that.
All
Facts.
right, shit. And I know Manning, yo, he got like mad good shit he got going. He ain't get into it, but yo, when you get back up here, man, I'm getting into it. You know I'm getting into it, man. He done
Yeah,
did
yeah, yeah. When you
interviews
come
with
back,
some
let us know what's
amazing
going on,
people.
man.
Like he stood next to some amazing people like Freeway Ricky Ross. And I ain't talking about Rick Ross. I'm talking about the
Yeah,
real one. But you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna get back to Manning because he definitely got some shit to say. I already know that's my woe. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? But we gonna bring
that's
somebody
what's
else
up.
up on the stage right quick, man. We got my boy from Buffalo, man. Y'all seen him before, man. Big Loke back in the house, man. We gonna see what he talking about, man. His opinion on the situation. Loke, what up, man?
What up, fellas?
Low, what up, though?
Much, man. Big shots to Jid, man. I love y'all boys.
You know,
Facts,
yeah, big shout out to
big
James,
facts.
man. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, I ain't really got much to say about the shit. I'm just like, I look at shit like, man, shit made us who we are right now. Could we took a different route? Yeah. But shit, we only got one life. We gotta live what we living it.
So basically, just gotta play that hand you was dealt.
Yeah, I mean, not just play the hand you was dealt. Like, shit, we deal the cards our damn self. Because, I mean, everything is a choice. We made the choices we made to do what we did.
But is that true?
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't. I honestly feel like I didn't choose to be in the streets, and I didn't choose to do some of the things I did. I honestly believe it chose me and the shit that my parents went through and left me with. So, a lot of people say that you choose your own path and stuff, and I believe sometimes you do. It depends on what you coming from. Now, me, I felt like it was a struggle, like most of my child life, trying to come up. Every time I stole something, I ain't want to steal that shit. You know what I mean? So I
I mean,
don't know. That's
shit.
my opinion.
That's you didn't want to steal it, but you chose to. You know what I'm saying? We make our choices, and we gotta live
I
with
was
that
gonna
shit.
steal that shit. I was gonna be dead as hell. I was gonna be
Yeah,
starving.
yeah. But
Yeah,
but I understand where Fat Man coming from, because you know what I'm saying.
I understand them.
It's two things, because two things can be right at the same time. You know what I'm saying? He did some things out of desperation and out of the situation. He didn't want to do it, but he had to do it. Now, like me, my parents, they both tried, my mom and dad. I knew right from wrong. I chose what I wanted to do. I picked the streets. I didn't have to pick the street, but I did. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom's tried to make a way. My step pops tried to make a way for me not to have to do that. Move to the suburbs, nice house, big area. But you already know, once you get a taste of that street life, you know what I mean? Shit, you want everything ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
It,
You want
it, it,
everything fast. You
it's
don't want to wait for no
hypnotizing.
paycheck. Who want
It's
to wait for a
hypnotizing.
paycheck?
It's hypnotizing. It's all fast. Everything is right then and there. You
Yeah.
you doing you doing the shit that you want to do now. That if you put in the other work, you be able to do it later. It's like fuck it. Why do it later when I can do the shit now?
Yeah, you
So
know what I mean? So,
I still gotta hit you with
yeah.
the question though, man. Do you feel like
Fast cars, money, and hoes.
Still got to hit you with the question. Do you feel like, you know what I mean, now that you're OG, you grown as a child, would you have changed anything? Like anything you like, damn, I did have my hand in that. I could have did something with that. Do you feel like you would have changed it right now looking back?
If I'm gonna say yes and no. If I could have changed anything when Mucho, Mike, and all the motherfuckers was throwing rocks at me, telling me not to follow them, get the fuck away, you little ass kid. I was like, fuck y'all, I'm coming. If I'd have just said, fuck it, y'all don't want me around, I ain't gonna be around, I probably would have never got into the streets.
Damn.
But the motherfuckers used to try to chase me away, like, get the fuck away from us, you too young, bye. And I'm like, shit, now look at y'all,
And that,
y'all, oh, I'm
and
still
that's
young.
real shit. That's
Yeah.
real shit. I did not
He
know you
probably
was
would have
going.
been a
Yeah,
professor.
that's some real shit right there.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm 19 years old, running behind teenagers trying to keep up with them. Like, I want to come. Fuck it, let's go.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Fuck it. But shit, that's
it's
pretty much it.
persistence got him, man.
I wanted to be around. I wanted to be with the cool kids,
That's crazy, and I can understand that. I mean,
and that's
most
what I
niggas
thought
did.
was cool. Like shit, that's all. What we see is what we see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I could say this: if I was that teenage boy now, right now in this time, where I can see the way out, like with all the advantages and stuff all these young kids have, and we didn't see that shit. And now that I can see it, I probably would have chose something different. But back then I didn't see it. All I saw was niggas over there that's selling the drugs is the ones fucking the girls. The girls there laugh and play with us, but they be like, nah, fuck that. Y'all ain't got no money, I ain't got no car, I'm over
With
here.
the dope boys up the block. That's how it be.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yo, look,
So
you
that's
ain't
what it
said no
was.
lie.
that's reality.
Yo, and we
That's a
got more
reality
shit
So,
there.
check.
Hey, we got more shit to
Mhm.
get in with Loke, because
yeah,
you
go
know
ahead.
he always spit the facts and shit. So you already know we coming back at you, Loke. You know what I mean? You already know how we do.
Yeah,
But you know, we got somebody else on the line. You know what I mean? We got more people. They jumping in and jumping out. So we gonna catch them as they do for all our people. You know what I mean? People got shit to do. We can respect that. But we got
that's a
somebody
fact.
else on the line. You know what I mean? Who want to come in, spit their truth. You know what I mean? My personal peoples and shit straight from Jacksonville, Duval County, man. We got Hezo in this motherfucker, man, and he want to come let y'all know what's good. Let me get him on the stage, man.
There you go.
Hezo, what's up, my niggas?
I'm still
Cause what it do?
I ain't changed. Man, what's
You sound
happening, motherfucker?
you sound low. I can't you sound low. I can't even hear you, bro.
Oh, said, what's up, motherfucker?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
take
so
right
so
now,
how you
motherfucker.
feel? You know what I'm saying? You being an OG right now, you know what I'm saying? Would you have changed anything if you could back then?
I would have changed everything. What the fuck you mean? Shit, I'm a nigga that come from motherfucking streets. I'm gonna change every fucking thing that motherfucker, anything that motherfucker that was bad, nigga. I'm gonna change every fucking thing. I don't know
Facts.
what these motherfucking niggas. I'm different, nigga. I would change everything, nigga. I would walk in a straight line. Excuse me. Fuck. I'm walking a straight line, nigga. The fuck you mean, nigga? I ain't fucking with these crackers no more. I ain't doing none of that shit, nigga. I mean that shit for real. Like, these niggas don't even understand. Like, why would you even want to play with these crackers? They already trying to motherfucking get you. They already trying to put you on motherfucking. They already got motherfucking two motherfucking knives in your back, nigga. The fuck you mean? Why the fuck would you go through that shit anyway? Nigga, it take tough niggas to motherfucker do this shit, nigga. So anyway, so you motherfucker, you gonna let a nigga stab you in the back one time again. You already got stabbed in your back once already. Tell me how that shit makes sense, nigga.
So you just so
I'm a
you just
grown
saying
man.
you would have changed everything.
I'm just saying it. If I could reach the people, then yeah, I would change the world.
So what's one thing, like what's a step that you would have changed as a youth? Like, what was you did? Was you went to college or some shit, pursued a sport? What would you have
I would
changed?
never started selling dope. I would have never started selling dope.
You would have not. You would never started
One
selling
thing I
dope.
could change, I would never start selling dope when I was 12, nigga. Yeah, when I was 12, nigga. Yeah, nigga, I got all the points early, nigga. Fuck that shit, nigga. I say what it is, nigga. Fuck that. It's what it is.
Okay,
Nigga,
so
yeah, when I was
by
12, nigga, I
stopping,
was selling dope, nigga.
listen, Hezro, by not selling dope at 12 years old, where you think that would have brought you now?
I think I would have been more cultured inside of my house with my parents. And I would have been in the house more so. And fuck,
I can
I
feel
really
that.
think I really think that my mama and my daddy would have really gave me a lot more than what I was doing because I was bad. So fuck shit. You talking about 12, nigga? I was really off the porch like, you know, ain't niggas off the porch like that.
I
I was
already
off
know.
on some other shit.
I already know the lifestyle you got to kind of live to make it in Duval. You know, it's not like the safest place to be. So, you know, I
Yeah,
know it's
yeah.
definitely shit you got to do to survive out there. For you to be an OG right now, I know that's a blessing.
Nigga, I'm 42, nigga. I just made a birthday yesterday, nigga. Shit, so I'm happy
Happy
where I'm
birthday,
at,
my
nigga. I'm
nigga.
Oh
42.
shit!
I
Happy
already know.
birthday, cousin! I ain't even know. My
Yes, sir.
bad. Yeah, big G day.
Nigga, I'm 42, nigga. I ain't think I was gonna make it to 18, nigga. That's how real this shit was back then. Like, motherfuckers be talking that shit, but they don't fucking really be living that shit. When I was leaving leave and go somewhere else, my brother was like, nigga, where you finna go at? I was like, nigga, I'm finna go over here. It was like, it's gonna be the same shit, nigga. And it was the same shit, nigga. It was the same shit. You talk about
And that's how I look
motherfucking
at it.
killing and robbing and motherfucking and doing all this shit, nigga. Man, stop fucking playing with me, nigga. I've been doing this shit a long time ago, nigga.
Going on.
Come on. Man up, nigga. Man up.
And that's why I
I don't give a
motherfucking way
fuck
went
you
to
on here,
school.
nigga. Man up, nigga.
Hey, everybody doing the
One
same
minute.
shit. Like everybody doing bids, but when you come home from your bid, you see the niggas doing the same shit, bro. Like niggas not missing shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
When I
that's
come
a fact.
home, look, this is gonna be a
Niggas
good
ain't.
That's a
story.
fact.
So it's gonna be a good story. Yeah, put me back on the back end. It's gonna be a good story. So when
Yeah,
I
man.
came,
Yo, we about to. It's a lot of yo. It's gonna be a great stories because we about to get into some real good stories, man. When we come back from this break or whatever, we're gonna get into some real good stories, man. I appreciate everybody who watching, everybody who checking in. I see y'all across Facebook, man. I see y'all on the app, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned, follow, all that good stuff, man. We're gonna be right back, man, in 60 seconds, man. I got some other shit to ask these fellas on the line, man.
I've been going dumb, acting retarded in these streets, but I ain't slow as some. A nigga even flinch like he reaching, I'ma show him some. Bad come up, but I ain't got time to play the victim. With 150, with my connections, could get a pistol. And with that pistol, could fuck around and fix the issue. Where you living broke when your kids shitting and need some tissue. Fuck that, they need macaroni with the pimento. Angel hair, Asiago, and the tomatoes. Little trips, trick 20K out in Barbados. Come back another 2K out on a day cruise. The Blue Lakes, me and my sons on a triple date. Cracking jokes, they said my nose look like Ricky Lakes. Heavyweight, I've been bent, don't know what day it is. I just had to come up off a bro like the Williams did. Bottom line, I'm the type of nigga get it done. Don't need a big entourage, only my fam could come. Had to holler at the plug, like give me one. A copy from Guillotine, that's my uncle, how I know we won. Cheers to that, for sure. I could definitely cheers to that.
Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up? We back, man. And you know what I'm saying? We still got Hezron in the building, man. He was letting us know how that shit is growing up and shit. And I respect everything you said, Hezo, man, because I know shit wasn't easy for you. I know you've been through a lot of shit. You seen shit, still seeing shit right now, man. And you know what I mean? I just want you to know I feel exactly what you're saying. Appreciate you coming through and sharing that shit with us, man. For real, fam. And I want to bring Manning up in this joint, Mooch. I want to bring Manning up in here because I want to know. I want to know right fast. We all been through shit, you know what I'm
For
saying? We
sure.
all been through. We all been through shit for sure. But I want to know, Manning. You checked in? You hear me?
Nah, I hear you, fool.
Let me know, man. Like when the first time like you knew that your life changed, like you weren't like the other kids. When did you know, like, yeah, I'm out here. I gotta do shit to survive by myself. How old was you? How did you go about that?
Okay, so for me, my mama used to leave like, and she wasn't leaving us because she was on no drugs and no shit. She was trying to get her some money. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I come from a big family. No boys, just me. 5 sisters, me. I got 19 nephews and nieces.
Me
So,
too. Oh yeah,
mm-hmm.
5 sisters, no brothers. Me too, fam.
That's why we always kind of was able to build and understand each other. But so for me, it was more so it's all us in the crib. I'm the only boy. My mom and them ain't got no food in the crib at this point where we got to wait on her to come home. My sister hungry, my nephew done hungry. So I just started stealing at a young age when I was like a little bitty kid. You get what I'm saying? Like in the mid 90s, I was already doing shit like that. So I guess for me, it was more so for survival, nigga. Like most niggas only do shit to survive anyway. Some folk do it for a fad. A lot of niggas do it for survival. Like you were saying
So
something earlier about some shit, but nigga, I remember when all us used to live together, what we used to do, Lo, we'll go hit that Walmart up, nigga. Steaks,
oh yeah,
like,
facts. Yeah, we
and that's
did
what,
shit. Survival
and that's
mode
when
for
we were
sure.
young, but we did that because we were hungry. Over
Facts.
there,
That was survival mode. I'll never forget that shit, boy. We
fact.
made
So, and
sure
that's
we
what
were straight.
And that's what I mean. Survival mode turn a regular nigga into a beast. You get what I'm saying? Amongst a whole bunch of other folks who just being regular niggas or whatever. It's just how bad do you want it? And that's like even now from the shit that I do now. Like I keep that. That's why I said I wouldn't change nothing. Cause I keep that energy, but I just transfer it into something totally different than how I used to. You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
hold on. So and now this is one thing because like you said, okay, it kind of made you into the person that you are with the fierceness and this and that as far as, you know what I'm saying, on
Mm-hmm.
some beat shit. But one thing that I always used to tell, because I remember this before I went to prison or anything, I got 2 state numbers and the Fed number. But
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers would come home from prison, this and that or whatever, and they would say, you know, like they was more tough or whatever the case may be. And I used to tell motherfuckers like I didn't know you had to go to prison to be tough. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because like I'm reckless. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 100% violent on the street. You know what I mean? I never had touch prison or nothing like that. It was just the point of nobody was going to do anything to me, and I was always willing to take it the extra mile. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So you don't think that we all would have still had that inside of us, even if we took the straight path? I mean, we can all go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and be a square, but at the end of the day, don't play with me type nigga. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
So
Yeah, man.
no, I was the prison pictures I had. We doing this episode. I was going. Remember, you had them on the thing, the 3 pictures of me in the
that's what's
feds.
up, man. And
Yeah,
I'm
but I respect it though. You know what I mean? Shit,
No.
'Cause
We,
because I'm
we,
just now meeting you. But you know what I mean? If you fucking with Rich, you fucking with Low. That's my nephew. That's my
Mm-hmm.
cousin.
Man,
So you know what I mean? Like I know how
I
we
done
all
heard
giving
your
it up.
name 50 billion times, bro. I done heard Low mention Mucho 50 billion times. Since I've been young, I've been running around with Lodem since I've been like
that's what's
17, 18. I'll
Yeah,
be
you know what I'm
37
saying?
this year. You feel me?
Yeah, I appreciate that. And we gonna go ahead and meet real soon too. But you know, shit,
For
like I
sure.
said, man, we all know what it is, man.
No, for sure, for sure.
that's for
Big
sure.
fact. Oh yeah, since
That's
you put
what
it on me
we
right
on.
quick, I got a little something I wanted to go ahead and show. You know what I mean? I know my lighting probably kind of crazy or whatever, but this shit right here, this ain't where nobody want to be and nobody want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
so you hear
Like
me?
this shit is just
So you
crazy.
hear
I
me?
got these. These are reminders
For sure.
of where not to go, where not to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's for anybody out there.
So
If
you
if
hear
they
me?
could stay away from that, stay away from
Mucho,
that, man. That ain't it.
can you hear me?
That's a fact.
Can you
That
hear
Let me
ain't
me?
it
bring
at all.
So we're gonna let Hezron chime in on the same question, man. We're gonna let him chime in on that. Hezo, you here?
Yeah. So everybody can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Everybody
Chime
hear me.
in, man. Chime in,
All
man.
right,
When did you
then.
think, like at what age did you know that you was living a little different than the other kids? Like you was actually like in the streets.
Huh. Say that question one more time, and I'm elaborating on it. Say it one more
So
time.
let me know when you actually like knew that you was different from the other kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you knew that you had to do different shit, you had to make a way for yourself out here. You know what I'm saying? Like what age, when did you actually know that you was a little different from the other people?
Yeah, because you said you jumped off the porch at 12. When did you realize there wasn't no going back? No, we wanted you to elaborate on the last question.
I'm finna elaborate right now. I'm finna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, say so. Look, hold on. So what made me stop
Yo,
fucking
this
around
Yo,
nigga.
and
this is a serious podcast, but some shit just gonna be funny. This shit funny as hell.
Serious podcast, but Hezo is crazy, man.
it's funny to me because this shit is motherfucking this street shit to me. Like, I don't be tripping about the shit. So motherfucker we was out, we was doing what the fuck we was doing, and that nigga, I was motherfucking like 5 maybe. That nigga say, "What the fuck is you doing, nigga? Get your stupid ass up, nigga!" And he kicked my toy. He kicked my toy and he say, "Nigga, get your stupid ass up, nigga. Get your ass out here. All your brothers getting money, nigga. What you doing?
Not the
Real
toy.
shit, nigga. Real life stories, nigga. Fuck you talking about? This real life stories. My, that nigga, my cousin keep my motherfucking toy, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga? He told me get your ass up, nigga. Fuck you doing? Your brother know I ain't getting money, nigga. Real shit. So I got my ass up. So
So
I went
around
in
what
there with
age
the
was this?
huh? Say
Around age.
what?
What age was this?
Nigga, I was 8, nigga.
So
8.
that's when you knew you was
8
a
years
little
old.
different.
Yeah, it different when you 8, huh?
I can figure deal that, man, and I already know, man. Like everybody go through stuff, man, and you know what I mean. Shit be crazy and shit. Like Mooch, like what's some shit you been through? I know you just got out, but I know you been through a lot of shit even as a youngin' coming up. So we ain't really step into like the moves you made as a youngin'. So you know what I'm saying? Just give us a little insight on, you know what I'm saying, as far as like elementary and your adolescent stage up to adulthood. Like what's some of the roadblocks and shit you had to go through as a young, you know what I mean, nigga in the streets out here coming up. What happened? Let us know.
All right, well, it kind of, you know what I'm saying, it started a little bit, you know what I'm saying, different from me, you know what I mean? Like I was I was living in Pine Harbor, west side of Buffalo at the time or whatever. And how the hustling shit kind of started for me was it was a store called Fanny Farms. They sold suckers, right? They sold big boxes, 50 suckers for $4. So
You talking about Wilson Farm?
no, it's called Fanny Farm. It was a candy store at one time on Niagara.
Oh,
This is
okay.
I don't even think you was born yet, Fat Man.
Oh, okay.
So I would go and buy the box of suckers for $4. Then I would go in front of the supermarkets, or I would catch the train and go where the Caucasians was, the white people, and I would sell the suckers for $1. And I would make $50, but sometimes I would get donations, this, and that. Like we had a whole format. I would say that I was selling them for the football team to buy jerseys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't want to buy the sucker, that we would take the donations. So that's
Right.
how I started hustling. So I went from one box to selling like 4 or 5 boxes in a day. So now I'm buying my own little sneakers, my own little hat. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of what put me on to the hustling. But as far as like getting into the griminess, how I first got my first dope was I actually cleaned up a crack house for Magic, may he rest in peace, uncle. And he gave me, I found like 2 8 balls, and he gave me an 8 ball for cleaning the crack house. So I didn't really know what to do, you know what I'm saying? But he would allow me to stay in there. The joint was already jumping or whatever. So I ain't gonna go ahead and lie. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm making a couple dollars or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm fucking the pack up because I'm learning that you can get your dick sucked for crack. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I'm drinking. You know what I mean? I'm staying in the doorway. You know, I'm giving the shit away, or whatever the case may go ahead and be. So,
So
but after I see,
you fucking the crackheads. That's what you trying to tell.
no, I said I was getting my dick sucked. Is what I said. So,
Not the dick
but
suck, but
yeah,
okay. I think
yeah. I
all
mean, you know
hustlers
what I'm saying?
been
This
there.
is what it is
I
because at
mean,
this
I think
time,
all hustlers been there. I ain't gonna lie.
no, I mean, you weren't hustling if you ain't, you know what I mean, did nothing like that. But at this time, there was a lot of woo smoking going on. So a lot of the females was younger, and they was buying it to put in a weed. You know what I'm saying? This before motherfuckers were straight stemming. You know what I mean? But anyway, after that, you know what I'm saying, what's going on or whatever the case may go ahead and be, I was seeing motherfuckers, you know, with the 5.0s, the big dookie ropes, this, and that. And that's when I started changing my mind into fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? If I stack my bread and I do this, then I can get this over here. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I don't have to use it for that. I can go ahead and get this, and all that's gonna come. But then that's when, you know, I was a leader of Baby GSP at the time. It was a lot of fighting, stabbing,
So,
crazy shit going
so
on.
when it
So
came to you, coming up in the streets, you know what I mean? Was it just like hustling for you, or was it actual gang life? Was it some banging in there? Was, you know what I'm saying, or was it just hustling? Because you could be in the
no,
streets hustling, you could be gang banging, you could do a lot of shit and be in the streets. Now,
yeah,
what's your story? Like, what
well,
you what?
at that time, it wasn't, you know, like Bloods and Crips or sets like that, but it was neighborhoods. I was a part of GSP. It was gangster style posse. You know what I mean? So I was with that neighborhood, which was Cold Spring. I was from Pine Harbor, which became PHP, Pine Harbor Posse. So every little place had their own little set at that time. You know what I mean? So I guess you could kind of call it banging, but it was more like you come to our neighborhood, we'll fuck you up, or we go somewhere deep and y'all want to do something. You know, that's kind of like a same gang type situation, but it was more of a neighborhood thing.
Right,
So
right, right, right.
it was hustling for yourself, but everybody that was around, if you a part, you know what I'm saying, if you a part of the set, or you a part of the neighborhood, then we all trying to make sure everybody getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
everybody that's down, go ahead and get money.
Right, right, right.
So that's what it was. But it was a lot of violence involved.
La
This was
Familia.
before guns. You know what I mean? But
There's
man,
always
like
some shit like
damn,
that when money involved. When money involved, you know some drama coming. But hold
yeah.
up, before we get into all that, man, let me ask my boy Manny, man. Like, let me ask you, Manny, man. Like, when you like when you knew, like, when did you make your first play? Like, when was you on these streets, man? Because I know you done did a lot of shit out here. I'm trying to find out, like, when you made your first play out here. Because I don't know, I ain't gonna put too much business out here. But when you made your first
I
bag, when did you make your first good bag out here that made you like, oh yeah, this shit is lit. I'm doing this.
um probably probably by like fifth or sixth grade, and I ain't make no bag at that point, but that's when I felt like, oh yeah, I'm in the game. I didn't smoke no weed. All my friends was already smoking weed. Uh, and a lot of the older niggas in my neighborhood, they was selling crack and they was selling weed. So I started off just being a runner as a kid type shit. And then it got to the point where at first we weren't getting paid because we were young. Then when we started getting paid, the niggas started trying to sell. I mean, started trying to pay my buddies and them like either with some dope or some weed or some shit like that. And I was like,
Yo,
nah, I want some money. So my homeboys and them, they doing the same shit I'm doing, but they getting a couple of blunts to smoke on, 7 grams to smoke on, thinking it's some big shit. But I started getting a couple of dollars for every little trip I had done went, and I do that shit all day, John. You get what I'm saying? As a kid, And I
Yeah.
got addicted to that, just that feeling, like, oh, but I could make my own money. Cause my mom and them wasn't buying me no Jordans and shit. I used to wear my sister them clothes from time to time. You get what I'm saying?
Fact,
Just growing up in a big ass
fact,
household. So
fact.
when I was like, by the time I'm in high school, I'm buying I got all Jordans. You know, I'm wearing polos and all the little player shit that were player back then when we were young. And I was doing it myself. My mom and them, they couldn't really afford
As
to
a
keep me
youth,
fresh.
what did that cause you as a youth? Did you have any like run-ins with the police and shit like that as a youth?
I got locked up the first time in 1999, and I was a kid. That's what I'm telling you. Like I know I'm probably younger than all y'all on here, but
Yeah.
I got locked up in '99 for the first time. I got locked up again in 2001, and of course, I ended up still keeping that whole shit up like that, just running around like that for years until I ended up in prison when I was in my early 20s and spent all my 20s in the chain gang.
I
You know
was
what I'm
telling you
saying?
to slow down though. Before you got locked up and went to that chain game, I was telling you to slow down. Like I was
But
telling you,
where my brain was at? I come pull up to y'all
yeah,
trap
y'all
house and
niggas
hand
is
out money.
wild, man.
But
Y'all
am I
motherfuckers grow,
lying?
yeah,
I
y'all
wouldn't come pull
motherfuckers
up to
grow them
y'all trap and hand
dreadlocks,
out
and y'all
money.
niggas don't know how to act when them dreadlocks get long. Let me bring my boy Hezo in here, man. I know he got a lot to say on this shit because he a dreadlock nigga too. His dread's gone now,
Powering off.
but he was a dreadlock nigga. Yo, Hezo, what's up, man? Unmute, you on mute. You unmute your joint, man.
I'm unmuted my shit right now. So you niggas talk about motherfucking what they did and all that shit. Everybody got to go through their own motherfucking choice and all their own shit. My thing is like, fuck. Everybody go through their own motherfucking situation and shit. Like, who was be the motherfucking judge, nigga? You ain't never motherfucking came back with motherfucking. I had to go down there and do all that shit. Like, you ain't never motherfucking came back with motherfucking 5 keys, 6 keys, 10 keys. And name one person that did that.
No, I ain't never
Go back.
moved no huge
Name
amounts of
one
weight.
person.
I ain't never been
Name
at
one
the
person.
dock picking up weight.
You can't name one, huh?
I mean, not for my squadron.
I
We ain't
mean,
picking up shit on the dock.
me
I
personally,
know,
you know
nigga.
what I'm
I know.
saying?
Nigga, we was different. We was different, nigga. You got the
Yeah, I
motherfucker. You
mean,
gotta
I can name myself.
you gotta have that fucking hustle, nigga. It's different. I ain't saying that y'all different from us, but nigga, you gotta have that fucking grind. You gotta have ambition. You gotta wanna do it, nigga. Fuck. Nigga, if you wanna motherfucking do it, nigga, you wanna make that motherfucking money, nigga, let's do it. Let's go. Our ambition was different. Our ambition was for money. Nigga, not for motherfucking clout or motherfucking for nothing else. Nigga, we ain't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. We just wanted money.
It's at the end of the day, you
What
know
you
what I'm
gonna tell me?
saying?
What you gonna tell me different?
Everybody's going No, everybody's going to go ahead and get into it, and everybody have their own motivations for getting into it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you start to make some real money and see some real money, that becomes the motivation. That's the addiction for the dealer. You know what I'm saying? So you get addicted to the money the same way the person you serve and getting addicted to whatever you serving them. You know what I mean? Like my case, you know what I'm saying? I was in a 2-man conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? It's only 2 levels higher on the totem pole than where I was. You know what I mean? I went, you know what I'm saying, for conspiracy, the possession distribution. A cocaine and cocaine base, you know what I'm saying? 5 to 40 years, you know what I mean? And I ended up getting 9 out of that. So me having it, moving and shaking, all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all fun and games, you know what I'm saying? To a motherfucker come blow the house down. You know what I'm saying?
Mucho. I ask me how many George House I got all these years. Ask me how many George House I got.
I already know you got
How many
0.
George House do I
You got 0.
have? Right.
Not
All my
not
shit was
now one.
no George Houses. How long I been in the game, nigga? How
It's
long I been
shit.
in the game?
It's your whole life.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, motherfuckers do what the fuck they want to do.
No,
And
that's a
that
fact.
shit be fucked up. Okay, sometimes you can't motherfucking tell a motherfucker how to do the shit with it. What Motherfucker be moving their own fucking direction. I can't stop motherfucking every fucking body. I can't
Nah,
stop everybody.
we can only do what we gonna do.
That's it. That's all I can
And
fucking do.
and I
I don't need
understand
nobody
that,
to
and
move
that's all respect.
on. Listen, if I could have stopped this shit, I promise you, like, man, you already know it. Like, nigga, if I would have been on the other shit, I was like, bro, nah, bro. Nigga, if I was up there, you already know what it is with me. You know I'm motherfucking strategic with this shit. You know I ain't fucking around like that.
But I
I
do want to
feel
say
like it's
big
my
up to all of us to be able to have this conversation on this platform. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us, we got people that we know that we would love to have on this platform that we can't. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
it's just always a blessing.
Right
You know what I'm saying?
off the top of my dome, like Johnny Gilbert, Curtis Moss, Magic, motherfucking Jason, Chipper. I'm sure we could go forever, man.
Yeah, shit. People, motherfucking Pip, Mike Oliver, Dave Jones, Akai Mack, Larry Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit just go on and on. Chico, Lil Jr. And it's amazing how we could just sit and name these names off. Pee Wee from Florida, may he rest in peace. Like
I know, man. I know, man. They got a few people. Yeah, I mean, rest in peace.
Too many.
Too many.
Too many. Too many to even sit here and try to name. That's the sad part. Last year I lost 20 people. You feel what I'm saying? The year before that was something similar. Then
What
it
was
was
it? What was it to the streets?
yeah, from the streets to fentanyl. It's gonna be either the gun or fentanyl, bro. I might have knew a couple of my partners had died in their sleep, like just from complications, heart attack type shit like that. And then you know how I get down low. You know a lot of my partners is older than me.
And I know Hezo got a lot of people too. That's rest in peace.
That's the sad part that come with the lifestyle, though. Now, if I could change anything, I would change that part. How many folks is just gone now at this point in time? How many niggas ain't make it to see 21 and 25 and 30 and 35 and shit like that? Like
Like
so.
I'm gonna say, like I always say, 28, man, seem to be the age. Like I lose a lot of people at age 28 for some strange reason. Man.
Well,
And shit not ending though. People still dropping.
yeah, it ain't ending. My best friend was murdered, and my first best friend was murdered in 1999. You feel me? And that shit just ain't never stopped. Ever since my buddy got killed, it just ain't never stopped at all. From everything that you could think of, car accidents, nigga getting hit by cars, bullets, stabbings. You just mentioned Johnny, which was another one of my best friends. You feel me? Just street life.
Hey,
You
yo,
know.
I got a crazy story about that shit. I just talked to Johnny, my boy. He on First 48. He got killed and shit in Atlanta. I just talked to the man. Next thing I know, my boy Manning, who on this joint right here, he hit me up. He in jail. He hit me up from jail like, yo, what happened to Johnny? I'm like, I don't know what you talking about. Just talk to Johnny. He good. He like, no, Johnny ain't good. Like, you might need to tap in. And then when I tapped in, found out Johnny was motherfucking gone. It's crazy because it got to the chain game before it got to me, a nigga who talked to him a few minutes ago. That shit is like crazy.
That is crazy though, cause I got a couple of news bulletins that motherfuckers on the street wasn't even, you know what I'm saying, knowing what had happened. And I'm talking about, and I'm all the way, I'm in the Fed joint, North Carolina, but I'm hearing shit all the way from Buffalo. Then I talked to somebody on the phone from Buffalo. They don't even know what I know yet. That's
That
amazing how
chain
that
game
happened.
shit, yo, that shit get to that chain game quick.
For sure. For
Everybody
sure.
tuned in on everything. Them phones in that bitch, everybody tuned in.
Yeah, but not even that. Just to go ahead and reiterate on that, like he said, did the chain gang joint. When I was in Jacksonville, they got the pea farm where you pick peas, and Fairfax, what is it? Tifton, Georgia.
But you talking
You
about
still
Reed?
they
I
put
talked
you out
about
there.
Reed's deal.
Yeah, they put you out there in the field. Like it's amazing. Like it's a lot of bullshit going on in them prisons. Like these young boys really don't know, man. Once they get you in there,
They got you.
I'm trying to tell you, that
That's
shit's
crazy.
different.
Cause I ain't never. I've been to shot camp, but it wasn't through the prison. So the little shot camp I went through, it was through the juvenile joint. So the little shit I went through, I could imagine how that shit is for like the adults. Shit they got to go through. Cause as a youth, that shit was fucking crazy. Like the shit was crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
So
but see you, yeah,
I
but
ain't
see
never
you
got to
like you
go through
talking
no
about the shot
shit, no
camp joint.
work
No,
program, no
this a
shit like that.
prison joint,
But
but it's like this is prison, but it's a job. You know what I'm saying? Like that chain gang and all that shit, man. That shit like a job, my nigga.
yeah,
Like
I
you
know what
getting
you're
woke up.
saying. Picking peas and shit. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing about that too, because I don't like I'm not down to work for a few pennies and shit. I'm just gonna do my time in my cell. I know it's to get your mind off of shit. You be out there, you get to see shit. Fuck that. I'm not doing none of that shit.
Man, hey,
I
I've
Yeah,
want to
been
be in
no.
my
I've been
cell
to a
playing
place.
spades.
I've been to a place, lower part of my soul, bro. But I've been to a place where they don't give no fuck about what you want to do.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
They don't care. You be
Okay.
like, oh, I'm just
That's a
staying
They
in the
fact.
can't make
cell.
me
Yeah.
work though.
Oh no,
I would
They
just
can't make me
hey
work.
look. Oh, but
listen.
did this
They
what
can.
this what they used to do. The first time you buck on a detail, 90 days in the hole. And the thing about they hole was different. Like they had a cell in the hole, it fit 10 people in it. No vent, no AC. You got 10 niggas on one toilet. You get what I'm saying? And that's just one of the cells. All of them, this Georgia, so that shit look like some Shawshank Redemption shit, even in the hole. But you ain't no nothing in there. So after them first like I said, they give you the first 90 days. Soon as you buck, that's 90 days. Right? When you come back, you're gonna be skinny as hell, your head gonna be big as hell, and we ain't even gonna remember you was in there with us when we see you.
and,
We gonna be like,
and
bro,
guess
we thought
what?
you were gone, boy. Where you come from?
Yeah, and guess what? Yo, I bet you be on that next detail
He gonna be on the
Ucho, why the fuck
detail.
you
He
laughing
gonna
so
be
much?
on it.
Ucho, why the fuck is you
early,
laughing?
I'm
Early
gonna
for
be
early,
the first
one.
nigga. Hey, what you say? The first
Why
nigga
the
out
fuck
there
is
trying
you
to get it.
laughing?
early.
Early.
For real. Cause
Yo,
I was just
man.
man, I was at the Fed joint now when I was at the medium high, you ain't gotta work at no shit like that. But once I went on ahead, I went to a work spot. It was a hospital. But you gotta work in there. But I'm talking about nigga, even though you only working for like 42 cents an hour,
Oh, y'all got
48 cents
paid.
an hour.
Y'all got paid.
Yeah,
Nigga,
hell yeah.
we don't get paid. There's only one prison down here that paid you, and I ain't never make
You
that.
don't get money in Louisiana.
You don't get no
Where you
money. So I
from?
was
Where you
digging
from, blood?
ditches. I'm from
What you
East
say,
Atlanta.
Hezo? You
Where
don't
you
get
from?
money in Louisiana?
Nah, you don't get
Hezo.
money.
Oh, you
You
don't?
just
That's
work.
crazy.
Yeah, nah, you don't get no money down here neither. I used to bust
You
down
don't
bricks
get
all
no money.
day with a
You
sledgehammer,
work.
digging holes and shit.
Why
You
the
ain't get
fuck
paid.
I'm working for free, bro? Like in New York, they gonna give you 15 cents.
Because
You
in
know,
Georgia
My
is
dude, it's
a
different. It's
penile
different.
colony.
Down
Georgia was
south is
founded.
different, my nigga.
Yeah,
Down south is different. They
down
ain't
south
giving you no fucking
we
money.
had slaves, nigga.
Down south is different.
And Georgia is a penile colony,
Man,
bro. Like when they first found the colonies, the original 13 colonies, Georgia was literally a colony straight for prison. So that shit ain't changed. It's still the
we
same
ain't lying.
thing.
We not lying to you. I promise you, bro. I promise you. You ain't motherfucking ain't gonna give you nothing. Nothing what you working for ain't gonna give you nothing.
Yeah.
Nigga,
We
you
used to
just
say work your
motherfucking
back
work for
out for a
free.
pack out.
We got somebody else in the building, man. I'm not exactly sure who this is, but we gonna bring them in the chat and see if they got something appropriate to say for this conversation. What's going on, man? Who you is? Talk to us.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's going on, man?
Not bad, man. I'm coolin', fam. Hey, I was getting those Tommy, yo.
oh Tom,
Hey,
what up though?
let
Man,
everybody know who you is, man. And you know what I mean? What you do out here?
man, shit. You out here, man. Shit. Trying to do the right thing. That's all I can say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing the right thing, trying to do the right thing.
I could dig that, man. The topic tonight, now as an OG, do you feel street life and the way you came up, do you feel that was, you know what I mean? Do you feel that was good for you, or do you feel like you would have made some changes?
Hey, shit, it worked for me.
It worked for you?
Hey, it worked for me. Hey, it's all about up here. You know what I'm saying? You got the mentality to do what you need to do and get yourself out that situation, dog. Because in all actuality, it's not a lifetime thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to grow and mature. You know what I'm saying? So
If you get the chance to do it.
if you can, yeah, but you got to be smart. You got to move. You got to make. Yeah, you got to make the right moves. You know what I mean? You can't do this shit with your ego. You feel me? You can't. If you all about pride, you gonna find yourself fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You doing shit by pride. I'll tell you what, bro. Pride ain't about nothing. You feel me? You gotta use your head, bro. That's all I gotta say. You gotta use your fucking head. It's you know what I mean? The hustle game, the street life, whatever, is not the end game.
So let me ask you this. When did you know that you were like different from the other kids, that you had to make different moves and you know what I'm saying, possibly, I don't know your story, but hustle, raw, still. At what age did you know that?
Shit, listen. I always knew. Always knew I wanted more. But you know what I'm saying, I try to do things. I'm like that I'm that sneaky motherfucker, like under the radar. You know what I mean? I'm not loud, flamboyant with my shit. You know what I'm saying? I do shit because all in all, I had a moms and pops that I fucking feared. So I feel like this. If I'm gonna do some shit, I can't be like one of these knucklehead ass niggas out here that's just, man, I don't give a fuck. No, I gave a fuck because I was brought up right. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, when you young and you with peoples, and especially if you don't have the things, you know what I mean, if you don't have the things that everybody else have, like growing up, sneakers,
Facts.
gear, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna feel like, damn, dog, you know what I mean, I want that too. So you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You do what you need to do. Like, this is what I did. I did what I needed to do to get what I wanted. But I did my shit smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I had a job, but at the same time, I was still hustling on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What I need to do, but I still had a 9 to 5.
And I'm happy you said that, because that's kind of another reason. Like I said in the beginning, my parents weren't necessarily there, and I had to do a lot of shit to make it to where I am. But I also did see people like my uncle Mucho, who's on the screen with us, fly, dress and fly.
That nigga stay
He
with the
always
friend.
got, I mean, he always matching and got the gear. Now I ain't have it.
Yeah.
Mucho, he gonna do that first. You feel what I'm saying? He gonna do that first.
Yeah.
But I looked up to Mucho. You know what I'm saying? That was my uncle. That was who I looked up to. So that was something else that sort of pushed me to me being a little more ignorant than the next kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though Mucho, that's not your fault that you wanted to be fly and you had a nephew who was looking up at you like, damn, this nigga got too many shoes and I got these. But I wear 13s and I wear 13s. My feet is the biggest feet in the family. So I can't just steal shoes or borrow shoes.
Right.
So Mucho always stay fly.
Always.
I compare Mucho to Fabulous because Fabulous always got the new shit, the fire shit.
Yeah.
The only nigga I know who gonna be doing shit like that is my motherfucking uncle Mucho. And I gotta give him that one. Nigga, you always had that shit. Straight up.
I appreciate that. But like I told you before, when I told you and Corey, I still wanted to apologize because, like I said, even back then as a uncle, I could have maybe hid some of the things that I was doing to a certain extent
Well, I'm
from
gonna just spit
you,
that shit out of
from y'all. But I
I
never,
thought
you know
you
what
were
I'm saying? I
talking
never
about
hid
hiding your
anything.
clothes.
So even as kids, y'all knew what I was doing because I never hid anything. I let y'all come in the room and shit like that. But is that
You
me
came to
being
my
a
house with the stolen car
That's a fact.
In the joint, putting the speaker in the back, throwing all they shit out in the dumpster. We did that.
Yeah.
And that's when I was a jit. I think I wasn't even in. I could have been in like fourth grade, third or fourth grade, when you pulled up in the stove joint, and that shit was wild. He had
Yeah.
the house. You remember the old big brown house speakers? Yeah, he had them bitches pumping out the trunk.
Yeah, her man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
he had like 2 18s in that bitch.
Yeah. No, that's funny as hell. But that's true.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, it's just I go ahead and I look back at shit like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because if I was doing something different, maybe you would have did something different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Corey would have did something different.
If you went
And
to
then not only
NFL,
that,
we definitely would have
not
did something different.
yeah, and not only that, Tom already know I came over there. We was all rolling together. You know what I'm saying? What goes right back to what I said about the GSP situation. You know what I'm saying? Us being baby GSP, me being a leader, I look at it different today because now I look at OGs of gangs getting young boys to do dumb shit and putting them on dojers. If
Fact.
you a OG, you should steer the young boys to doing something different.
Fact.
Yeah,
And
but
at one
that's
point in time,
but
I had the power to steer
but Mucho.
somebody one way or
Let me
another, and
ask
I
you
didn't.
this, Mucho. So when you was a jit, did you have an OG putting you on shit?
No, actually, I felt like nobody was really putting me on to nothing. I seen a lot of stuff, and that's what sparked my interest. You know what I'm saying? Like Corey put me on to some shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as he was one of the biggest influence that I had, and then when I came to Cold Spring, and then I met Fly Green. You know what I'm saying? As a young guy, and everybody knew who he was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now I'm really seeing, and then I'm like, oh shit, like this is, you know what I'm saying, like amazing. It's like you infatuated with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I came up in an era where we would come to the corner, it would be 9, 10 dudes on the corner, and everybody making money. It wasn't no arguing and no fighting within the hood.
Nope.
Yeah, that was
And
for the fight
and the
for the
person that
dub
made the
back
most
then.
money stayed on the corner the longest.
That was the fight for the dub
Yep.
days. I ain't
Yep.
doing that.
Yeah, the weed was the fight for the dub. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Motherfuckers out there hustling crack.
Facts.
8 balls was only like $70. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Crazy.
the money was in abundance. And as a kid to go ahead and see that, and I'm talking about this one, it was love in the hood.
Yep.
And then everything just started deteriorating, you know what I'm saying, from within. It wasn't no outsiders that made neighborhoods crumble. It
Mm-hmm.
was from within. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? You mad at your man, y'all started off hustling together because I went through it.
It
Yep.
was
Me and
all
my
good
cousin
just a
Mercy
week
hustling
ago.
together. Me and another nigga, like, I thought we was in this shit together. Now you stealing the money from me. You know what I'm saying? Now I
I
gotta go
ain't
ahead.
gonna
I gotta
lie.
steal some of the pack.
I ain't gonna lie. Like back in the day, man, there wasn't nothing like getting off the train at Utica Station, walking around the corner to Otis and Woodlawn, pulling out a dub, and 100 niggas running up on you. But you see
Where
Magic
we?
right there. You see Magic right there, like, yo, Magic, what's good? You got the fight for the dub. And he like, you already know I got you, nephew. And I like, I love you.
That shit hurt.
Mama started smoking, I was only 8 tall. I went to school for the lunch and then I dipped off. The tears I held inside, I couldn't wipe off. Trying to hide the pain, ain't wanna show y'all. Turn to the bottle, learn how to roll a blunt. Then turn to the streets, I learned how to cock a pump. It wasn't long before I was out on a hunt. Looking for a nigga with that cash, you know what I want. Good kid turn bad, ain't my environment. Keep something.
Yo, happy birthday, Magic, man. Magic Jit, whatever you call my boy, Magic Albert, man. It definitely was a pleasure knowing you, chilling with you, being a part of your family. It definitely was an honor, man. And happy birthday, man. Straight up, man. We all miss you, bro, for real. And that's real talk.
Dang.
I just wanted to say, man, what you said, man, most definitely touching. You know what I'm saying? And just like Tommy said, I gotta go ahead and say that undercover method, man, that was most definitely legit, man. He stayed with his job, but that
He liked to
motherfucking
cook.
beast.
That's what he did, man. He liked to
Yeah,
cook. He
man.
put that
When
food on the plate.
man, what I'm talking about real. I'm talking about anything. The man could cook anything, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Anything.
Unfortunate, man, that we lost somebody like him who,
A great one.
Man.
you know, everybody when people lose people, everybody be like, oh, this person was this and that. They were the one thing about Magic was I never seen him. Me. Now I know Magic with y'all was he different. Y'all actually grew up with the nigga side to side. I grew up like that's my uncle. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when I look, I never seen him like be confrontational. Like he'll say something. If you say something, he be like, nigga, he'll check it, but he ain't gonna motherfucker and doing none of that rah rah shit. He might say, yo, chill out, or I'ma handle you.
Back in the day, yeah,
But that's it. I didn't hear him. I never knew. So for him to got murdered the way he got murdered, it was just like I feel
Like I
like it's
said,
more to the
man.
story that I don't know. And that got something to do with our topic because he died in the streets of Buffalo, New York, out having a drink with his boys who if I'm not mistaken, his own homeboy killed him.
Well,
No, that's not what happened. You know. I ended up, getting the full story on what went on here and went down, but by me still not being there, all I could do was put it together, from what I heard as far as secondhand information from not only the person that was with him, that was at the bar or whatever, but the way that it was explained to me, it kind of sound right. You know what I mean? And
They said he knocked out like 7 niggas.
yeah, it was something like 4, and he got shot because the first person he knocked out came back too, and the one that pulled the firearm out as he was still knocking motherfuckers out. So it was he was an accident murderer. Is what happened. He kind of he shot him in the groin. Anything below the waist, you ain't trying to kill nobody. You trying to back them up.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because you
And ain't
scared.
nothing,
Let's
and
just
ain't nothing wrong, and I'm not justifying shit because I'm riding for. I got him on my shirt right now, and I'm riding for my dog all day. But to try to shoot a nigga in a lower half, so to back him up because you scared, you petrified. I mean, I don't know if
yeah.
that's a
No,
bad
that's
move. My boy died from the shit. But if he lived, I'd have been like, well, at least he shot you in your fucking leg. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have been saying.
but that's how the story was supposed to end up going. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy, he didn't plan on killing nobody. That's not what
Right. That's
that's
what I'm
not what
trying
his
to say.
plan was.
And
You know what
not
I'm
that I'm
saying?
on his side because I'm agreeing, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm never on dude's side at all. Like
Yeah, I'm
I was in
not.
prison when this shit happened.
Not
The shit floored me. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's not going down like
Which
that.
is 100% right about that.
you know what I mean?
Not going
But
down like
I
that.
know an accident murder when I hear the situation. You
Yeah,
was
it's
scared.
definitely was an accident murder.
He's advancing towards you with no weapon, but he made you go to sleep at a club outside in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, you, him, he's making
That's
his way back
and
around.
that's cuz for your ass too, man.
And this is what he do. He making his way
That's
back
exactly
around
what he
for
do.
you again. Now where who white boy nigga Jay at inside the club or whatever the case may go in and be, I'm not even mad at him because I grew up around him a little bit too. He gonna drink, he gonna smoke weed, he gonna fuck with some bras, this and that, but he ain't out there.
Yeah, he chill. He on chill mode all the
He
time.
ain't doing this. He ain't doing this.
Right.
He ain't doing this.
Right.
So we got to understand who he was with at the time. You can't expect 100% real shit out of a nigga that's not 100% real.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect that. So when he do 35% real nigga shit, you can't want to do something to him because it's like, damn, like one of us there, you say you want to go, you about to go talk to somebody. No, we're going to talk to somebody. It could have been two people shot, me and him. Ain't no telling, but I'm going with you on your conversation.
Right.
So from what I understand though, is Magic started swinging on niggas on the balcony, dropping niggas.
That's what it was.
Then the nigga pulled out and shot him in his lower half.
Yes.
Just hit him in the wrong spot and killed him.
And his groin hit an artery and my man bled out. That's what it was. And they get a little bit deeper in the joint.
That's just crazy. You could get shot in your lower half and die. And I seen it before. I seen a crazier story on First 48 when the dude got shot in his ankle with a 22. The shit bounced up and ended in his heart and killed him. The entrance wound was all the way at his fucking ankle.
Yo,
how the fuck would it travel up your whole, through your pelvis, through all this shit, up your body and hit your heart? That shit crazy.
But 22s is known to be bouncy.
I know that.
Anybody
But
will tell you a 22.
But mucho through your leg. Mucho through your leg. Through your pelvis.
Greedy got shot in the chest with a 40 and it came out her ass cheek.
And I know that.
How could you get shot going up and then the bullet travel down and come out?
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Got shot in her back and it came out her coochie hole.
See, that's crazy.
It's real. It's a real story, though. It's a
what I'm saying is
it's a real
what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? All I know is I never even heard the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened to dude or whatever the case may go ahead and be.
That was all about to ask you about that part. What happened to him? They said they caught him.
Yeah, he's
I know he was on the run for a little while.
He was trying to do some self-defense type thing or whatever. And I never really heard what happened to do after that. But you know, New York State, there really is no self-defense law.
Right.
He didn't have a gun.
Especially if you got a fucking illegal firearm.
Yeah, they said the firearm was illegal for sure.
So
yeah, and I don't know if dude was a felon or not because that's another charge too.
They ain't even. You
can't be a felon with a firearm.
All I know is right now the nigga in jail and he's going to trial now.
I won't be shocked if he beat it, and I'm just gonna say that because even though you said there's no self-defense joint in New York, but for the simple fact they said MADJID knocked so many people out, unless they got video footage of the man leaving, going to his car and getting a firearm. If he say he had it on him the whole time, he might do time for the firearm. I don't necessarily know if they're gonna try to give him time for the actual murder. If MADJID was out there actually knocking niggas the fuck out. Now, if he was out there knocking niggas out, you could be scared for your life. And people got punched before and lost their life.
But how the law looks at it,
I know
is it's still it's a physical fight, and you have a weapon. The physical person is at the disadvantage. Just because I'm beating you up don't mean you can kill me. Right. Now, if I'm stabbing you, your life is in danger.
Right.
Just because I punch you in your mouth, your life ain't in danger because I punched you in the mouth. Just so happened you went to sleep.
Maybe. But people definitely punched motherfuckers and killed them. I watch this shit all the time.
No, a lot of that happens, but the percentage of that happening out of a million is probably like 0.00 something, which we can come back to that. I'll do some research on it.
Probably total out to 100 and something deaths by fist.
Well, no, you got to go ahead and think about it. Look how many people.
If 100 people die by fist, nigga, don't punch me.
You said 100?
Yeah, if 100 niggas a year dying by getting punched in their face, don't punch me, nigga.
I don't think it's that high.
A lot of
because
that comes from a lot of that comes
you
from a
be
mother
punched.
getting knocked out and falling and hitting their fucking heads or some shit like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
That's
You
how
I
they
hit
mean,
your
fuck
yeah,
head
up.
on
it's
the
all a part
curb,
of it, but it
end
all
of the
comes from the
table.
punch.
Yeah.
It all comes from the punch. You got to blame the punch. You can't blame the fall.
But I tell you
Yeah,
what,
He never would have
that's
failed if
that
you ain't
that's
punch him in his fucking
that's
face.
the cause. The punch is the cause of what happened, but you're not going to give anybody first degree murder for a punch. It gets
You
broke
ain't gonna
down to
get
like
first degree. It wasn't planned.
involuntary manslaughter in the
Yeah,
third
you
or
ain't gonna get
second or
first
something like
degree.
that.
That shit wasn't planned, but you did it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, but let me tell you, let me update y'all boys on how Jid is though. Jid, before his death, Jid was not the same person he was 20 years prior. Let me tell
Oh
you
no,
what I
he
mean.
wasn't. No,
He didn't even look the same 20 years prior to me.
Jid was always like on some chill shit.
Always.
And literally, listen, me and this nigga, we all when I was living in Buffalo, we was always together. Yo, cuz, what's up? What up? You know what I mean? You want to go get a drink? Shit, yeah, what's up? What's good? Where you want to go? Anytime, yeah, and I've never seen this nigga like this before. Like, Jid had definitely he made changes in his life personally, to whereas he wasn't the same person. Like, for example, I've seen shit where motherfuckers coming at him and he's like trying to talk like, listen, dog, listen, man, trying to basically not trying to get physical with shit, trying to talk the shit, trying to talk it out. Back in the day, Jid wouldn't be talking about nothing. That nigga like, what, nigga, what? Pop, 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 pop.
I try to talk it out till the shit get real.
All Jid was ever trying to do, I swear to goodness, from his, I would literally say from his 40s, when that nigga was in his 40s and up, he was always just trying to talk to you. Like, listen, man, trying to talk without trying to get physical. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you come at him, unless you come in threatening, like, yo, nigga, like a nigga ready to beef, like, damn, cuz, motherfucker, goddamn.
Well, I left
Man, why you
Buffalo.
gotta
I
come with
left
that shit,
Buffalo.
dog?
I left Buffalo in 17.
I so want that fucking shirt, dog. Oh, that goddamn.
I left Buffalo in 17, and and you already know, Jit was coming by on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? But Jit ain't never been you know what I'm saying? Usually, any type of shit he get into, he helping somebody.
Exactly.
He never would go ahead and actually start anything. He was
He's not
helping
starting
somebody.
nothing. He trying to solve shit
If
without
he
getting
had a woman, he was a one woman man. He wasn't no cheater. He wasn't none of that. He was gonna be at work. He was gonna cook food. He was gonna go ahead. He was gonna do all that. He was gonna go out and have a drink if he could, or whatever the case may go ahead and be. And I know it sounds funny, you know, the cliche, oh, everybody first 48. Oh, I never did nothing to nobody. No, yeah, he kicked a whole bunch of ass. He did a whole bunch of shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he did what he did on the side.
Right.
But he wasn't no flashy nigga, no rah-rah nigga, or nothing like that. But motherfuckers knew who he was.
Motherfuckers knew who he was.
So he didn't run into a lot of problems because he handled so many problems so fast that nobody never wanted to have that problem. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was just be like, yo, that nigga MADJID, that my cousin, and that'll clarify the situation.
Yeah,
I don't gotta worry
no doubt
about it.
about it. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas know who MADJID is, good or bad. He got respect like that, and that don't even mean that. Hold up, and that don't mean that when I say MADJID, they scared. MADJID respect, motherfuckers respect that man. He was a real nigga. Like everybody around Buffalo respect him, not just Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
What?
know. But I'm
Minnesota,
sure
Indiana, North Carolina,
nigga,
everywhere.
Minnesota, shit.
Yeah.
They
and
call
we
it out
motherfucking, and y'all know that ain't the topic, but like I said in the first joint we ever did, we gonna shout out who the fuck we gonna shout out. Y'all don't gotta worry about that. We gonna shout our people out, and we
And if
only got
anybody
motherfucking
deserve
6
it,
minutes left. Hey Gilly, we got 6 minutes left, so we got to take a quick 30, and you know we back on the joint.
I Can't believe my brother died before we finished this. Got my head aching, hurting like a dentist trip. I know where we been, but how the hell we get to this? Lost you way too early, I'm forced to reminisce. Looking in the mirror, witness what the fuck to do. Now you missing him, he just said he missing you. After all I found, I still feel confused. Seeing my brother in the casket, that was not the move. Diabetes, what the odds of that? Told you to tell top of your man somehow you died from that. The tears keep flowing, your stepson
I
missing.
just came back from the bathroom. I was trying to go fast, but you know the lizard. The lizard be draining. Yo, so check it out, man. We got 4 minutes left in the podcast. I want to thank everybody who tuned in, checked in, spoke on the situation. Yeah, I mean, I want to thank y'all for doing that. And also make sure y'all follow us. Common Sense is Not Common, the podcast. We damn near everywhere right now. So just look us up, follow us, make sure y'all give us ideals, y'all comments, y'all likes and shares for sure. Y'all know me and Guillotine, man. We out this bitch. We doing shows like damn near 3 times a week.
God, excuse me. I need the
Sometimes it's
bathroom,
more
bro.
than that. So make sure y'all tune in, tap in, because we be doing shit like unexpectedly too. Like as y'all see, the other day we just had the late night wine out, and that just was some shit that we just put together right then. So you know we always on the tool, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, check in, hit us up, man. Make sure y'all fuck with us. We fucking with y'all.
Big facts, big facts. Blessing for everybody that came out, watched. Most definitely hit that like, subscribe.
And we got 3 minutes left, so let me end this joint with this, man. So now that we all grown, everybody a OG, and we looking back, and we all got kids, man. Like, well, what's our advice to our kids? Like for me, like I already raised my child, letting them know don't get in the street. I wanted my kids personally to be square as possible. I tried my hardest. They not square because they follow me, but I tried. Like I tried. But they you know, I tried to tell them like this street shit ain't it. Stay focused on your goals, schooling and shit like that. Make your own decisions for sure, but stay focused on what you believe in, because you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be older much longer than you're gonna be younger. So make sure you got your shit in a row. That's kind of what I told my kids coming up. Tell me something that y'all told y'all, you know what I'm saying, and make it out here, man, because it's tough, it's hard.
For me, like my kids is grown. My kids is grown too. I got a 25-year-old and I got a 23-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed in their head. But you know what? And at the same time, they never seen what the shit that I did. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the shit that I did, I was mad younger. So I was, you know what I mean? I kept my shit. I kept my family and my business separated. You know what I'm saying? So my kids never seen none of the shit that I did. You know what I mean? When I came home, hey dad, you know what I'm saying? My babies, you know what I'm saying? But they actually, my babies, they did good, you know what I'm saying? They went to good schools, you know what I'm saying? They did a lot that they had a lot that I didn't have when I came up. You know what I'm saying? So that a lot of my kids, I could say my kids are square. So
and just for the record,
they on a good path. They on a good
just
path.
For the record, what you got? So boys babies, or girls?
You know.
Said what you got, boys, girls? Tom look like he froze over there. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I'm gonna go ahead and end it with this one right quick. You know, my oldest is 32, my youngest is 22. You know what I mean? I just always told my kids, man, stay respectful, live life to the fullest, and you know, everything basically gonna go ahead, man, and come to them, man. They all did what they were supposed to do. They grabbed life by the horns, and everybody doing good. I love them. I want to go ahead and give a shout out before we get out of here. Lee Shay, Lil Jit, I love y'all. Once again, RIP Big Magic, Buffalo in the building.